We manifested $1,000 while I was at the hairdresser. Hi, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Janelle and I am a manifestation mentor. And I thought I would share with you a little bit of manifesting and how it works and how it flows with something that actually happened this week. So let's go back to last weekend. We manifested some money that we decided to use so that we could treat ourselves to something we really wanted to do. And I decided, okay, I wanted to get my hair styled, although it's looking a little bit wild and woolly at the moment, but I wanted to get it actually styled by a hairdressing salon that I'd wanted to go to for decades. So I booked in on the Sunday night, and the first thing is that when we actually manifest, when we work with money, it's really amazing. We need to recognize that money actually flows because it's energy, right? And one of the things we quite often don't do or we forget to do is to recognize the fact that it comes in from lots of different sources, but also sometimes it's just there and we don't recognize it. So I booked in with the master stylist. Now the cost of the appointment was going to be, for a shampoo cut and blow dry, was going to be $155. Mentioned this to my husband and he said, fine, that's cool, that's great, I hope you sort of get the hairdresser you're after. Meantime, he turned back to me and he said, so how much have you got in your bedside table drawer at the moment from those few things you sold on, those little things you sold on Facebook recently? So I thought, I don't know. So I went in, picked up the money, counted it, $155, exactly the same amount that I was actually going to be spending on this appointment. Now, I wasn't going to use that money and it's still sitting in my bedside drawer. So that was a big yes from the universe, and it's always good to acknowledge those. And I was pretty chuffed with myself about all of that, to be honest. I got to the hairdresser on Tuesday, sitting in the chair, and the hairdresser came over and was playing with my hair, doing the things. And I said, we were chatting and I mentioned that we'd manifested some money and this is what I wanted to do and this is what I'd chosen to spend some money on. And she turned to me and said, it's great that the universe has actually guided you to me because I love cutting curls. She said, and you have some fabulous curls. Now, there's another story to go with this, which I will give you in a different video. My hair was curly when I was younger. As I grew up, it became more wavy. Recently, I've been doing a lot of energy work on working on my hair and working on my inner child. And interestingly, in about the last 18 months, my hair is coming back to its curl. It's actually coming back to its little curl. Anyway, back to the story. So she did a great job. She actually cut the curls in. I'm really happy. You can see the curls are sitting there. I ended up getting some product to put in my hair, which is not something I tend to do a lot because I tend to like the whole wild and woolly thing. And I'm a bit spoiled. I don't really have to do a lot with my hair. Can if I want to. Got some, shampoos and product for curls and spray and stuff. Came to altogether with discounts and everything. So I was pretty happy with it. Just under $400. So previously, and I'm going to take you one step back just to have a chat about it, but on Saturday we had taken the dogs to the vet. Now the dogs actually their appointment cost us, we have 2 golden retrievers, cost $600. So we took the dogs to the vet, there's $600. My appointment at the hairdresser on Tuesday, $400. So I ring my husband on the way home and I said to him, I'm on my way home, blah, 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 blah. He'd been down to the supermarket and he said, yep, great, got home. And I said, what are you doing? He reached into his pocket, pulls out $1,000 cash. He said, as I was leaving the supermarket, as I was actually driving out of the supermarket car park, I heard a voice in my head say, turn right. So I turned right. Turn right again, turn right. I ended up at the club. I walked into the club, ended up standing in front of a poker machine, put $20 in, and I got the $1,000 jackpot. covers all the expenses. That was while I was actually sitting in the chair finishing up at the hairdressers. So I'm acknowledging this as manifesting that money to cover all of those costs, the $600 for the vet, the $400 for my hair, and we even had a confirmation of the $155 in the drawer. Now, these are not, huge amounts. I realize that. However, every little bit helps. And when we start acknowledging that, appreciating that, and being grateful for the inflow of money, it means that we as manifestors are starting to manifest the flow. And when you begin manifesting flow, it means that you are starting to move forward. So I just thought I would share that with you. I've actually had some of my clients ask me to share this story, so I did. And if you're wondering what that snoring is, it's my dog on the floor. He's laying right next to my desk, so he's actually snoring. But I just wanted to share that with you because sometimes it just means that sharing the little things like this can actually be helpful. I've got a couple of other stories I will share as well. But this one I thought might be just a little bit interesting for you to see that money doesn't have to come in huge amounts. It can come in little amounts. It can come sporadically. And it can certainly come from where you didn't expect it to. Because my husband is not really somebody who tends to play the poker machines anymore. Certainly not since we got together. And having that urge to go and do that was the universe helping us to manifest this. And of course, we manifest our money because we manifest everything, right? We manifest everything every single day. Every single second of where we are at this moment in time is manifested for us. So I hope you enjoyed the story. Please let me know in the comments if you've got any questions or something that you wanted to say about this. I will share some more stories that I have, some stories from some clients. I'll also start to share some more tips and hints and ways that can help you to manifest. You see, the big thing is we're all unique. We are all different. So there are lots of different ways that are going to work for each of us. So if I share the different ways for you, you can find what works for you and have your dream life. Thank you for taking the time to watch it, and I will see you on the next video. Bye for now.